Oh dang, it's been a minute since we've done a devlog, but here we go. I guess for the most part, if you guys don't know, Couch Co-op Fest is happening on Steam this week, and we're in it. Our game is definitely the perfect game for that kind of genre. For the most part, everything is 4-player on all the different types of gameplay that you can play. So yes, definitely like a very good game for doing some couch co-op. And then also, we have a pretty big announcement. We've actually pushed all of our changes that we've done for the last 6 months into the main game now, outside of our single-player work in progress. You can access some of the single-player content that we've been kind of putting together on the alpha branch, but for the most part, we felt we had some really good changes for the gameplay, and it just felt right to actually push those changes over. So we got a lot of good changes for you guys, and we'll go over some of the main things that we've added. So one of the biggest content changes we ended up adding is a new map, and this is probably our best map that we actually have in the game. And that's mainly because there's a lot of environmental things that can kill you. It's based on an asteroid where there's 2 bases, and it works with 4-player easily and single-player too, as far as survival goes. There's a lot of like really cool details around it and just how the map interacts with itself. Basically, even AI will navigate around asteroids and try to kill you pretty easily. Also, you can like use some of the asteroids for cover, which makes the gameplay a lot more intense when you're playing with 4 people, either PvP or co-op. So this is pretty cool. So I think it's like one of our best maps that we have, and there was kind of a lot of time put into this. Another element that was to be considered about this was, I think I mentioned that our single-player campaign is going to be kind of based around some of the new maps, and this is kind of the beginning part of the game that we've been working on, so we wanted to kind of show it off in one of the new maps that we have. So the other big content push we ended up adding was Last Man Standing, which is a new mode that we ended up adding. You can play up to 2 to 4 players against each other, and this is our kind of attempt at doing basically a deathmatch mode, where you basically have 6 lives and whoever is left standing wins. We felt it was more appropriate to kind of do the Last Man Standing versus a deathmatch, just because there's a lot of things that can kill you, and we figured the point system makes a little bit more sense to just surviving, which brings up some really, really fun gameplay. Another big content change was we ended up actually reworking some of the survival gameplay, and that means basically new AI and how it kind of progresses over time. So you can play up to 4-player survival and fight against waves of enemies, and the waves of enemies now basically starts from easy to extremely hard. And basically there's kind of like 4 different variants of enemies, but they use a lot of weapons and stuff. So like easy is kind of like sci-fi weapons, medium is like military style weapons, hard is like kind of assassin. So they come out with like suppressed weapons and stuff, and then extreme is zombies, so like the only way to kill them is like blowing their head off. But they definitely are extremely hard once you start getting into the harder and extreme side of the gameplay, which is a lot of fun, especially with 4 players. It's a lot of fun. One of the other things that we ended up making sure was all 4 maps that we have currently in the game, which we will get more maps, but all 4 of them support all 4 modes. So we have Survival, Last Man Standing, Capture the Flag, and Team Capture the Flag. So every map that we have in the game, they are all supported, which was kind of a big lift, but right now it feels really good. The other change we ended up adding was we made it so that you could actually access the tutorial in the main menu with up to 4 players, which I felt was important just because the controls can be kind of confusing for new people, but once you get the hang of it, then it just becomes chaotically fun. But yeah, that kind of concludes all the juicy changes that we've done. There's quite a bit of stuff there. If you guys want to check out all the other changes that are listed, it's in the change log down below. You guys can check that out. But yeah, also feel free to join our Discord and also join the kind of community on the Steam for all the news and stuff on the game. But yeah, until then, wait for the next devlog.